Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's Lejeune here. I'm now back at another video. Now, as you guys see in today's video, we have a build video for Black Widow. Now, this video is mainly focused on range / heroic damage. So we're going to get into it today. I'm going to show you guys how it goes down. But before we get into the video, you guys go to enjoy it. You guys liked it. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell as well, so you miss a video and I'll be notified when I upload a video. And most importantly, make sure you guys hit that like button. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
Damn, homie, they ain't ready for this. Scatter shot, I'm working, hurt them worse than slitting your wrist. Hit subscribe, smash like, ring the bell, stay tuned. Now without further ado, here's the duel of June. Yeah.
Alright, so what you guys see over here are the winners for the MCU Iron Man. We got Specialist 21-22 and we got Charles Douglas. Now, make sure you guys hit me up on Twitter or either Discord so you guys can get the codes so you can get your MCU Iron Man suit. But congratulations to the winners. There's another giveaway in this video as well, so be tuned for that one. And yeah, let's get back into it. Alright, so what you guys see right here are my stats for Black Widow. For might, I have 10. Precision, I have 357. For proficiency, I have 42. For valor, I have 119. Resolve, I have 147. Resilience, I have 49. And intensity, I have 56. And my charge rate for my heroics, for my ultimate, it is 25%. For my assault and support, it is 17.7%. So let's get into this video, basically show you guys on how everything works, how it comes together. Now for my melee piece, as you guys see right here, I have is, it has some good stats on it for precision and valor. Now I did get this from a vendor. I think it was in the Substation Zero or the Anthill where I got this one from, but this is where I got it from. And the main thing I really do use from this is the stats, of course, but the last perk on it, which is Stealth Boom, basically giving me a 50% increased critical hit chance when invisibility is active. Now there is another stat that is Stealth Modifier, which basically gives you a 20% increased status damage when invisible. I wish I had it. If I could find a better version of this, I would have it. But since I didn't, I wouldn't mind having that 50% increased critical hit chance. So, if I eventually do come across a piece with this, with Stealth Modifier and some good stats, I will replace it. But yeah, what I have right now is not bad at all, to be honest. So let's get on to the next one, which is the range piece. Now for the range piece, this here is where I get my damage buff from. It's proficient buff, basically using a range critical, not range critical, but a range power attack. I can get a chance to get a damage buff, which is very easy to do on Black Widow with her pistols. If you hold it and charge it, it shoots multiple, so that's considered a range power attack. So that's how I'm able to get that. And for the high power, the high caliber shots, I have his particle. As you guys know, Black Widow, with her Widow's Bite, you can apply instant shock damage. And even if you got some teammates that can apply shock damage, that's an instant battery effect right there. So that's pretty cool right there. So that's what I use for my damage buff, and I use for like my big damage when it comes to Black Widow. Now for the next piece I do have right here, this is basically a throwaway piece that I had in my vault, which has some decent stats that I needed for my build. It has precision, proficiency, and resolve, so this is not bad at all to have right here. Now, of course, I wish it could have some better perks on it that could benefit me, but since it doesn't, I'm not really tripping about it. It got some good stats, so I'm going to be using that. And for the last piece, which is Godly, I promise you should get this piece immediately for any Black Widow build you're using, which is the Red Room Coil. Now, of course, this is an exotic, and with exotics changing where they drop, I got this from the event. It didn't change. This one drops from the last Avengers standing, which is the 14th floor hive. Now I would say you would have to get really lucky for this one. I got this luckily through an event, and I was able to have this drop for me, but you have to run that 14th floor hive to get it. Now there is an upcoming reward boost that I think it's like a 3x reward, and it's going to be on next reset, which I think is August 5th. It's August 2nd as I'm recording this video right now. So I would say you get a better chance at getting this exotic from the 14th floor hive once they introduce that 3x reward. So I would say go for it once that comes, but for right now, I wouldn't waste your time with it, because the 14th floor hive, when it comes to exotics, the rewards for it is kind of trash. It's dropping more legendary than exotics. So yeah, I would just say, hold out on it until that next reset where they increase the rewards for it. So yeah, the perks on it, which I'll be getting to, is very, very good. we have Spectre's Terror. Now, basically stated that guaranteed landing critical hits when attacking an enemy from behind while invisible, which this perk does actually work. So I tested it out. I had it for a long time, so this perk does work. Now, for the next one, which is pretty dope, which is Stealth Blitz, basically 15% increased damage while invisible, while invisibility is activated, which is pretty nice to have. And I also have Spectre's Cloak, which is called, which gives me 3 seconds of invisibility added onto the duration for invisibility already. So that's pretty nice to have right there. Now for the minor artifacts, these minor artifacts I did get from the vendor, so if you guys wanted to know where I got it from, that's where I got it from. Now if I had a Valor, a Valor minor artifact, I would use it. I would replace one of my precision minor artifacts because, you know, of course Black Widow does a lot of damage, but I would at least say use at least a Valor on it if you're trying to do precision / Valor. So yeah, just go crazy with that one. Now we're about to get into the major artifacts. Now the major artifacts, well, I would say use on Black Widow is the Tactic Gun and the Ring of Nebulon. The Ring of Nebulon is really good for Black Widow, where you restore your power or your heroics really fast with the Ring of Nebulon. But if you guys want that extra status damage, I would say use the Tactic Gun. The Tactic Gun is very, very perfect when it comes to status damage, so it's really good with that one. Now for the next one that I get into is my skills. Now also this one right here for Black Widow, it's not that good to be honest for what I'm trying to do, but yeah, I would just say this artifact is not really all that, so I wouldn't really look that much into it to be honest. So yeah, don't really go that crazy with it. And also don't worry about this Captain America major artifact is really not all that to be honest. So yeah, just don't worry about this one. Now let's get into the skills. Now for the skills, we about to get to specialty. Now for the specialty one, now I have to say for her support, for some odd reason, the way it works, it is very interesting. Now if you guys pick the bottom one, which is Shadow's Gift, as you guys see right there, you guys will see it basically states that enemies defeated while Vial of Shadows is activated has a 35% chance to drop heroic orbs. Now this is incorrect. Now it has it's 100% chance. Now I don't know why it's like this, but it's been like this since the game first came out, so it's excellent right now. So don't, you just go crazy with it to be honest, but that's what you should use for Black Widow in general. Now for the next one we do have is it basically increases the duration for enemies that are invisible when they're being cloaked by 5 seconds even more. So if you guys want to rack that, you guys can, but you can either use this one for your teammates when they're cloaked for a critical attack chance, or you can use this one to increase the range of it, but it really does depend on you. Now for Widow's Bite, we're going to get into this one. Now I would say use the second one for Widow's Bite, since it's Taser Dart and it instantly adds shock damage. So if you go crazy with it, you will have instant battery damage, with me having particle damage on a high caliber shot, which is a positive effect, and the shock damage from the Widow's Bite is negative. That's an instant battery damage. And for the second one, I will also recommend having Lethal Bite to have an additional charge. And I think with this one, that's 1, 2, 3, so you basically have 4 Widow's Bites with this one, and it's very helpful when it comes to using Black Widow. If you're doing it on the super adapter, you could basically spam it to be honest and go crazy with it. So that's how you really go crazy with that one. Now for the ultimate, which is Power Surge, this is how I use Power Surge for Black Widow when it comes to the range / heroic build. Now what you have to use is this one. The bite increases the damage of Widow's Bite while Power Surge is activated by 20%, which is very nice to have, which I'll basically be showing you guys in Omega level threat, where we basically like just spam Widow Bite, and the Omega level threat super deltoid health just drained. It was insane. So we go get into the it's basically a really good one to have right there. Now for the second one, I will also have Power Grid to increase the duration of it by 4 seconds, which is very nice to have, since you're going to get a 20% damage increase for your Widow's Bite, and you also get I think you get a 15% damage reduction while this is activated. So yeah, I would say 100% have the more duration for it, so you can have even longer of this ability. But let's go into the mastery. Now for the mastery, this is for range, by the way. I would recommend you guys use the overcharged range. It increases the attack damage for range by 10% while you're overcharged. And for this one, I will have the headshot charge. If you guys are some snipers, like that, go crazy with it. but you guys are not. You can also use the all attacks increase the charge rate of the intrinsic shadow ops meter by 15% if you guys aren't really good with aim. But if you guys are, if you guys cool like that, if you guys got some aim, you can use the headshot charge. Now for this one, of course, it's with effectiveness overcharge. Now this one is pretty all right. Now the other ones are pretty trash, to be real. You just recover one point of health while you're dealing damage by overcharge. That's really ain't nothing. And you could choose this one as well, increase the charge rate for your abilities while you're overcharged by 15%, but it really does depend on you, to be honest. So yeah, that is for the intrinsic ability. Now for range, this is what I use for range. I use the hazard grenade. Basically with the hazard grenade, is like a delay for it, but it also is basically used for status damage. That's what I use it for. And right here I use the cryo, because of course cryo is the negative, and of course I got the positive with the high caliber, you know, PIM shot, so I can use that instantly to get battery effect damage right there. And for this one at the bottom, I do reduce recoil. Now the recoil is insane on console. On PC is fine since you got more control on PC, but using it with, you know, with controller is kind of hard for me to use it, so that's why I use the recoil compensator with this one. But you can use either or if you guys are nice like that. Now for invisibility, which is basically like where all the damage come from, I have this one, invisible status, basically increase all the status damage while invisible by 20%. Now this does increase for my high caliber shot, since that is a status damage, and for my Widow's Bite, since that's status damage as well. So yeah, that's pretty dope right there when it comes to having this ability right here. Now this is, I'm gonna be so real with y'all. I don't know how this happened. One day I just opened up my ability and mastery tree, and all of this was activated. I'm being for real. Like, I really don't know how this happened, but all of these are activated. So yeah, this is pretty nice to have. If you didn't have it, I would say probably end up using the invisible recharge to have your heroic energy recharged by 50% faster while invisible. So I would say use that one. Now for the last one in this one, I would say use the critical damage while invisible and increases it by 15%, which is pretty nice to have since you can go invisible real long, to be honest. So it depends on how much damage you can do, and it can extend the timer. So that's pretty cool right there. Now for the utility I use is the heroic takedown one. Of course, you know, always have takedowns for Black Widow when it comes to this one, so you get a heroic orb very easily. And for this one, I do have range damage, increase range damage by 10%. And for the last one, I do have melee charge. Basically, I get heroic energy back by 5% for my light and heavy attacks for Black Widow. Now for the champion system, it's very simple and easy. Go into perk chance, heroic charge rate, crit chance, and crit damage. That's all you really got to do for Black Widow, and go crazy with it. Now you can go into heroic damage, but that just depends on you, to be honest. It really does depend on you if you want to go with that one, to be honest. So yeah, that is it for Black Widow. Since this is a build video, and I do this on all my build, I'm starting to do this recently on my build videos now. I will be doing a giveaway for the members and the subscribers when it comes to the MCU Black Widow. Now for the subscribers, you guys will be getting the endgame, the regular endgame suit for Black Widow, and for the members, you guys will be getting the white Black Widow suit as well. So all you gotta do to enter this giveaway is for the subscribers to get this one. All you gotta do is be subscribed to the channel, hit that like button, and also put in the comments what is your favorite moment for Black Widow in the comics. And for the memberships on the channel, put in the comments, make sure you guys like the video, and comment below on what is your favorite moment for Black Widow in the movies, and just put that in the comments below, and you guys will be picked either in the video or in my community tab, and I will basically shout out who won the giveaway. So yeah, that is in today's video. I'm going to let this video roll out, and you guys can be able to see how it goes in Omega Level Threat. But before we head out, if you guys are not, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to turn on post notifications so that as a video, I know to be notified when I upload a video. And most importantly, make sure you guys hit that like button. Now also, I do have a Discord. If you guys want to join our Discord, the link is below for that one as well. We go over everything dealing with Marvel's Avengers, Gotham Knights, Outriders, just games in general, and future games as well. So if you guys want to join that, the link is below for that one as well. Also, I do stream on Twitch. You know, your boy be doing crazy on Twitch. Now, of course, you know, y'all gotta see my chat in the beginning. I had to take it down mid recording because it was kind of wild, and to be honest. So, but yeah, you know, they're good-hearted people. But you know, if you guys want to come out and vibe, the Twitch link is below. And yeah, I do have memberships on the channel. So if you guys want to come out to the Twitch stream, I mean not to the Twitch stream, want to know more information about the memberships, the link is below for them as well. I'm gonna give a quick shout out to the elite members and the Rica members. I greatly appreciate it for y'all being memberships on the channel. But yeah, that is it for today's video. I really guys enjoyed today's video and the OLT gameplay that I'll be showing you guys right now. But yeah, have a good day and I'm gone. Peace. Damage from me, bro. From Widow's Bite.
Defend Project Omega.
As you wish, Dr. Lavaccini.
Tee up, man. I'm trying, bro. We're trying to tee up right now.
Is a big Avengers fan. The shield, the hammer. Gonna guess you've got some rockets hiding back there.
Kate, AIM has control of the bridge. We can't open it again unless we get it back.
Please just hang on.
No?
How about a rain check?
See, there we go. There we go. That's good damage. Good damage. See, there we see. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Come on now. Thank you. That coordination. Yes. Come on now. I said I told you coordination. Come on. I told y'all.